Willow Tate gets good transplant news and bad. The General Hospital recap features Willow Tate learning that Liesl can be her donor, but there's still a catch. General Hospital recap highlights. In this episode, Liesl got her test results and learned if she could be Willow's bone marrow donor. Later, Sunny was forced to tell Nina about the recent shooting. At Spring Ridge, Trina got an idea that could end up helping Esme and got her friends together to talk about it. Esme also received a surprise piece of mail that scared her. Finally, Alexis accused Gregory of being drunk, but it didn't go well. Now, let's dig a little deeper into the details. Liesl Kathleen Garty started her day by popping by Nina's Cynthia Watrous place and reminding her to be patient about the test results to see if she was an appropriate donor for Willow cattle in Macmillan. Liesl also wasn't happy when Scott kept calling her and she just ignored his calls. Nina tried to defend Scott Kinschreiner, but it did no good with Liesl, who still thought Elizabeth was to blame for Britt's death. Nina warned her aunt to stop holding grudges against people, but Sunny soon interrupted her. General Hospital recap. Willow Tate knows she's lucky. At the Quartermine house, Brooklyn Amanda Seton opened the door to find Chase Josh Swickard there, but he wasn't there to see her. He only wanted to visit with Willow and Amelia, who was smiling away in Callie's Laura Wright arms. This just annoyed Maxie Kirsten Storms, who only wanted to talk about the nurses' ball, and Collie refused to pay attention. Willow counted how lucky she was to have so many people caring about her. Back at Nina's apartment, the hospital finally called and told Liesl she could be a donor. So Liesl visited Dix to tell Michael Chadwell and Willow, but admitted she had to be off anticoagulants for a certain amount of time before the transplant could happen. Willow was still grateful for what Liesl was willing to do for her, but feared another delay. At least she didn't seem to mind the idea of Nina being there when Liesl got the call. As for Nina and Sunny Maurice Bernard, she wondered why he had extra bodyguards, and Sunny was forced to tell her that there was a dangerous incident at the warehouse the night before. GH recap. Trina and Esme come face to face. Esme Avery Kristen Paul and Trina Tabiana Ali finally came face to face, and Esme admitted that she knew who Trina was, but only because she was told. Esme asked why on earth she hated Trina so much. She also told her that if she really did what people accused her of, then they must be right, that she is a horrible person. She didn't want to hurt anyone, and only wanted to be free to raise Ace. But when Trina innocently mentioned that Ace is Spencer's Nicholas Alexander Chavez brother, Esme jumped to the defensive and insisted Ace was hers and Spencer couldn't have him. She even accused Spencer of sending Trina, who insisted that was not why she was there. Trina tried to convince Esme that prison was no place for a baby, but Esme insisted the baby stay with her anyway, and that her lawyer said she wasn't responsible for her actions because Ryan John Lindstrom was influencing her. That prompted Trina to tell her the truth, that nobody forced her to frame Trina and record Joss and Cam having sex. She did that all on her own. Esme said there was no way to know if Ryan wasn't influencing her to do those acts, and Trina decided it was time to go. Before she was able to leave, Esme asked if she passed the test. She knew Trina was there to see if she was lying about her amnesia, and she insisted she had no memories of her life and wasn't sure she ever would. Over at Sunny's penthouse, Spencer Nicholas Alexander Chavez was angry to see Dex. Evan Hofer is now living with Sunny and told his uncle that Cameron William Lipton was leaving town because he broke up with Jocelyn Eden McCoy, but that Joss only broke up with Cam to be with Dex. Sunny didn't seem to comprehend what Spencer was telling him and blew the comment off. He warned Spencer he needed to get along with Dex and left to see Nina, leaving Spencer and Dex alone. Over at Kelly's, Cam warned Joss that she will only get hurt if she stays with Dex and reminded her that she hated Sunny's way of life. Joss insisted that Dex isn't like Sunny, so Cam should have nothing to worry about. She just wanted him to go to Stanford and be happy. The two were ready to leave on good terms, and Joss was just relieved that Cam told her to be happy. Then, Trina called and asked Joss and Cam to meet her at Sunny's, where things were about to go all wrong. After Dex insisted that he was not with Joss, she and Cam showed up at the door, and Joss was confused at the idea of Dex living with Sunny. Trina soon arrived and told them that she went to see Esme and that she seemed to be acting like a whole different person. She then shocked her friends by saying she wanted the DA to drop the charges against her for 2 reasons. First, she didn't believe that Ace should be in jail. Second, if Esme has amnesia, she feels a jury will acquit her, but if she one day remembers, she can then be tried and serve her time. Once Esme was alone at Spring Ridge, she freaked out when she received a letter from Heather, but then got curious and opened the envelope. General Hospital recap. Gregory blows up at Alexis. After Gregory Harrison seemed unsteady on his feet and then started slurring his words at the Metro Court. Alexis Nancy Lee Gran accused him of drinking, and Gregory insisted that he only had orange juice. Alexis asked him to talk to her and confide in her, but Gregory was angry at her intrusion once again. When he tried to leave, Alexis offered to drive him, and he was offended she wanted his keys. He then offended her by saying not everyone is a drunk like her. Then, he handed her his keys and said he never wanted to see her again. When Alexis told Sam Kelly Monaco what happened, she wondered if Gregory was drunk at all. However, the self-righteous attitude he had made Alexis suspicious something more was going on. When Sam talked to the bartender, she learned that Gregory wasn't served any alcohol. General Hospital GH airs weekdays on ABC. Check your local listings for air times. For more about what's coming up in Port Charles, check out all the latest that's been posted on GH Spoilers, and for an in-depth look at the show's history,